Hello everybody, my name is Junior and welcome back to another episode inside of our hardcore world. And we are back here today, coming straight off of the last episode actually. And not long ago my hero of the village actually ended. If you saw the previous episode, you know all about that. So please check it out if you haven't seen it already, and then come back to this video or finish this video and then go see it. But it's really good, and we built this awesome barn over here, and we also did a ton of these fields. But we haven't got time for fields today. Oh, well, for now. Maybe later we do, because I've gathered up a bunch of stuff. We've got obsidian, we've got flint and steel for portal, we've got eye of enders, ender pearl, carved pumpkin, some random blocks and a trapdoor, and I think you can guess where we're off. To the end? Well, I think we're going to the end. Yes, indeed. And in my ender chest that's been prepared, I used up all my gunpowder to make a bunch of rockets. I got a crafting table ready, chests so we can make shulkers while we're there, extra totems in case we pop one or two, some extra food, some extra pills in case we get lost, torches, I don't know, they just the extra stuff we always randomly keep in here. So, we're gonna go find the stronghold, we're gonna get there, and we're gonna go fight the dragon. But you've seen that fight a million times, so I'm just gonna show you a little bit of a, sort of like an above cam of it. You'll see how it works. We're gonna start exploring, and we're gonna go get there right now, and I'll see you when we get to the fight. We're back from the end, a successful trip that took maybe about an hour and a half of just non-stop exploring and flying around and using up a few of our rockets. And I've chucked it all into these 3 shulkers, because that's how much loot we've got. It's insane. So let me just start showing you. So this first one, we got 32 diamonds, 23 emeralds, a bunch of iron. We got 1 elytra in here, dragon head. We got some smithing templates, bunch of potions, and some random stuff I picked up from the end, you know, end rods, chorus root, and the chorus flowers. I thought it'd be cool to take back with us. I didn't know if we had beetroot seeds, so I brought a couple extra with me, and I picked them up from the chests. Got some saddles, some diamond horse armor, which is cool. In the next one, we got a bunch more potions, 2 more elytras. As you can see, I used them to get around. Big extra fortune 3, efficiency 4, and mending, which will be super handy for the future. And I also picked up one in here that's efficiency 4, and breaking 3, and mending. Got some more of the other stuff, another 21 diamonds, bunch more gold and iron and emeralds. In the dragon fight, I went back, I grabbed glass bottles from home, and then went to the stronghold so that we could pick up a bunch of dragon's breath. I managed to get almost half a stack. I don't know actually what it does, but I know we kind of need it, or I think we need it. And then the last one, we got a bunch of ender chests we picked up, a bunch of chests, and then these are all the shulkers we killed, 62 shells left, because we used to sum up on these. Now we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 elytras in here, 7, 8, 9, and we got 1 beer, so that's 10 elytras we managed to get. 10 pirate ships. Yeah, they were like everywhere. It was crazy. And then yeah, we're gonna reorganize our whole ender chest now to work with shulkers. I'm literally gonna fill this with shulkers, different colors, and it's gonna represent different things that we're gonna be bringing around with us in the world. So I'm gonna get all this organized. So I was just getting mended and I'm breaking for my elytra, and also I remembered when I was heading over to the stronghold that I found this in the forest, and this is one of those things that you gotta brush and you get things. So I think, and some of them, they've taken me hours to loot, so I think I'm just gonna sift through it for a bit, because I just made a brush and also put unbreaking and mended on this. And it's cool now because we've got a lot of our inventory sorted. Let me show you. We got an ender chest. These are just full of empty shulkers. I've just put the dragon egg in the middle just for fun for now, so it'll probably get swapped out in the future. This is our emerald box. We haven't got a lot of emeralds right now, so we'll trade up for more in the future. This is our food box, which we need to fill up more. We're trading as well. This is our tools box. So this is like, yeah, this is our elytras and all our tools. I've only I only put enchantments on 2 of them, and then the rest we will leave for now. Then this one's got my totems, torches, just random stuff and extra shulker shells. This one is my rocket box, and we desperately need a gunpowder farm very soon, so I think that's something to take into consideration. So I'm going to get to brushing through all this gravel and dirt. So, I've finished my adventuring for today. We've gathered up all this stuff in the shulkers from down here, and I did a little bit of flying about. I went over to the warm ocean. I went over to the coral reef kind of area. I didn't pick up any coral for now. I left that because we don't need it yet. But I went over there and I had a look at some of the ruins and stuff. Used my brush. And also, my brush sadly died. I went up to this cute armadillo and I didn't know that by right-clicking my brush on him, it would kill my thing. I was just, filming. But we won't need the brush now for a while, so I'm not bothered. But anyways, let me show you the loot we got from down here in this massive thing. And I'll show you how much we actually dug out now, because it took me an hour and a half to do all this. So here's the first shulker. Just over a stack of coal, stacks of bricks, cobble, tons of mud, dirt, loads of gravel. I think I said gravel already. We got the armor trims as well. That's pretty cool. Bunch of coarse dirt, emeralds, tons of terracotta as well. 2 discs, and we literally had them like back to back as I was rushing through the ground. Some more stuff, some cauldrons, which is pretty cool. Grindstone, some brick wall, and then this stuff. What you saw, we got a sniffer egg adventuring around in the warm ocean ruins, and I managed to get 2 of them so we can breed them up and make a little farm out of it for more flowers and seeds and stuff. That'll be cool. Picked up some red sand. I thought it'd be handy for future stuff. Picked up a stack of sea pickles. Well, they look really cool in some builds. And then there's some more gravel and terracotta and cobblestone from our adventures. And then I picked up some armadillo scoots, obviously, some coal and some brown eggs and these cooked pork chops, because I've just been trading. Because I fully maxed out our cooked pork chop shulker box in our ender chest. So now I've got 2 left over. I'm just going to eat them. And I'm going to take all this back to our storage. I'm going to chuck it all away, but let me show you quickly how deep this hole is. Look at this. There's a whole base down here. So you got 1 room, 2 room, 3 room, and this room goes all the way down through up here. And then the base one, not technically the base one, but the big tunnel that comes through with rooms left and right is crazy and drops down there. Like, this would be a really cool base layout in a way. I don't plan on doing anything with it yet, but it's just here for now. But yeah, it's time to take everything back to base. So with everything put back in our storage, you're probably wondering, why are all our tools and armor fully healed? Well, let me show you. We got a bit of copper out here, quite a lot. It's been oxidizing, and you might be wondering why on earth have I got so much copper. I've actually been collecting a lot of copper ore, and then I just decided to just fortune it all. Not even all of it, actually. I fortuned like a stack of the ore, and it gave me enough for a stack of copper blocks. So I smelted it, which is 9 stacks of copper ingots. And so I was able to just grab it from the furnaces and just fully heal everything I got. So in the middle of doing that, you might notice we've got like a full cliff face over here and another field and a wall. And basically, you can see in the replay right now, we built this cliff face and we built also this field full of potatoes. And I did this while in a YouTube creator hall meeting. So I was sat there for about an hour and a half in this sort of meeting with YouTube. And a bunch of other creators as well. And while I was in that meeting, I decided I was just going to start building. So I did this building, and I did the whole cliff, which actually literally took me like 15 minutes to get it all done. And then the field and the walls are on the field. So here it is. You come up the stairs, and we got a little bit of a path, and these paths are going to connect over to there. And we'll figure that out, because obviously we have the waterfall flow all the way down, so we'll have to put a bridge. So it's going to come over, and it's going to go somewhere else. I've started putting some foliage in on the sides. It drops down, and we're going to put a build unit stack, and then it comes up here. So we come up through here. We got a little cart for storage. You know, we can store our crops on. And we got a nice pattern for our potatoes. We just got these little utility stands. I think is the best way to call them. And this runs all the way across the cliff face. And then we got a little wheelbarrow. Some of the ground is a bit messed up as well. I think that's really cool. So yeah, we just got more crops to add to the world and makes the world more lively. I believe that's everything I managed to build around here. And then I also collected materials. So we got 4 shulkers full of stuff because I want to turn this whole area into a little village. Obviously, we're going to build a lot of villages in the future, but it's going to be a little starter village. So it's going to be smaller builds. And we're going to put a house right here connected up to this field. And that's going to be one house with a house over here. We're going to have a little hut by here for blacksmith. We're going to have a big, like, I don't even know what to call it. Sort of like a flower shop. We're going to have a church, because apparently, or like a chapel, whatever you want to call it, because every town has one of those. And then we're going to put some horse stables right there. We're going to have 2 of them. So at some point today, we might go get some horses and get my first horse. Because if we fly up, you can see we're starting to add a lot of these paths now. So it'd be a nice way to traverse around on an actual horse. So what I'm going to do now is start building these buildings and get on with the church first and the horse stable. So with the church and the horse stable all built up, let me show you. Let me give you a little quick tour. So we got 2 horse stables, so we can come in, park our horses in there, and keep them nice and safe from any mobs. So we might go get some horses later. A little bit of terraforming, a little bit of foliage added around, and then we got our church by here. I also added like clocks up there, so it's sort of like a clock tower. I don't know, whatever. You know, these things are churches or chapels. I don't know all the terminology. But it's got some sort of community hall type of vibe. So you come in, we got a couple seats. We got nice tables, some candles, and we got a few of them up on levers as well. And then we got a big podium thing up here, and for a little interior, so not too bad. I've also done all the terraforming in the area. So this cliff is done, this little bit by here. I did a little bit on that. So the path, you can see, it comes down here. We're going to put a building in here in a moment. So we're going to put a small build there connected to this pumpkin patch. Come down here. We got a little bridge that now officially takes us to the other side of our waterfall and river that flows down. So that's a nice little bridge. This comes up here. We're going to put another building in here. Obviously, it wrapped all around us. So it's nice to see things finally connected. But yeah, the only reason I put the river in already is because it was quite fiddly trying to get the glass right, and then also the water flowing, and it was also just so I get a good base idea of what is going on and where I can actually put buildings. And then over here we got quite a swampy, muddy looking area that sort of flows into the river as well, and that connects, and that's going to go behind a building we put here. There's going to be a nice little seating area because we're going to put like a nice little flower shop out here. So what I did after I built these 2 is I actually gathered up a bunch of materials that we're going to need now for the rest of these buildings. And it took me so long that entire copper field that we set out here is already fully oxidized, and we've collected it all. And another thing I noticed while I was collecting materials is we desperately need to upgrade our bee farm. The amount of candles I had to craft and the amount of copper I had to wax. And it just took me forever because there's only one bee nest working and these bees can only do so much work. So it's definitely something to take into consideration in the next few episodes to build a farm. So it's officially complete now. Let me show you the area that we've been working on this episode. And look at it. Here's our village. It's looking proper decorated now. We got foliage everywhere. And everything is sort of coming to life in this place. And pieces are coming together. And it actually feels like we're in a world now. So we can come down our path past the waterfall. You know, follow this path over here. We got the first house on our right. And if we come over here into the entrance, it is empty. And it's a very small interior. But if you have any ideas for what this building could be, maybe it's a shop, maybe it's just a house, let me know in the comment section down below, and we'll try and get an interior fitted in the next episode. Then further down the river, obviously you can see it ends down here, but there's a bunch of like tall bushes as if it's a proper unmaintained area, and so it's just sort of overgrown. Coming over the bridge then, we've got a little blacksmith hut, you know, a little bit of a fireplace, some storage, and sort of just an overall like muddy area. And then there's a little path that sort of follows behind, and these are sort of like just hanging like clothes and stuff, and where you can wash them and everything. And then the water's sort of like leaking under there and then flowing into the river as well. You can see it's all muddy and kind of a cool mess. So this area is all overgrown back here. You can see all around the side of this building as well. And then following the path along, I actually need to fix these and turn them back into just normal dirt blocks. I'll do that in a moment. Coming up the path, we got another wheelbarrow. Let's farm a little bit of the firefly stuff. Then we got a pumpkin patch, which you've already seen, but this is the building connected to it. And coming in here, another small interior. And I need an idea for this building as well, so please let me know if you've got anything in mind or what I should build here. But yeah, this is quite a small starter village. There's nothing extreme about this village, that's why it's called Starter Town. And so there's nothing extreme yet, but trust me, in the future, we are going to build very extreme and super big. So following along the path, you've also seen the church and the horse stables, and there's just a lot more foliage and overgrown and that kind of nice area. Then we got this building, which is probably my favorite building in this village. Then this is sort of like a flower shop, so let's come in here now, and as you can see, everything is in your face. There's a lot of foliage going on. We got vines, we got leaves, we got pots of flowers. There's stuff everywhere, and these could be storage for our flowers. Maybe we decide to bring everything down that's to do with this kind of stuff, and we could store it in here possibly. And coming up the stairs, we got some paintings on the side, and this is obviously whoever owns the shop lives in here. Upstairs then we got a nice little kitchen area with some storage, a nice little desk with a view into the village. You can see the waterfall perfectly through the window, a bed, and you know, some more plants, and a very plant-based type of interior. That's pretty much that for that shop. And then outside we got a nice little seating area. You can have a cup of coffee, enjoy all the foliage, and you know, have a look over the village and just see how cool this all is. And then again, we got some more storage on the side, some more leaves, and just a lot more overgrown stuff that will be extending all the way through here in the future. So that is it for our village. I like what we're doing with the path as well. So we're sort of mixing dirt, normal dirt, with the coarse dirt and the rooted dirt, and it just breaks it up a bit because this gets kind of plain. And I don't know if I'm going to do this type of thing everywhere, because it's a nightmare trying to prevent it from turning into this grass. See, like, I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because it's connected to this stuff. So let's do that. And I need to grab some dirt, actually. We can break that. And hopefully this shouldn't be connected to anything. So that should be fine there. And then, oh, that's the problem. There's the grass. It's just normal grass. So then we need to grab some more. Let's do it like that. And we can just build up there, break that, and that shouldn't be connected to anything, so we should have fully fixed our path over here now. But yeah, you can see that's quite a tedious job to do, is trying to fix the grass everywhere and making sure that it doesn't spread. So most of the time we'll just stick to normal coarse dirt on our paths. I've also noticed in our fireworks shulker box we are super low on our rockets, and so we definitely need some more gunpowder, and that's something we're going to work on next episode. But if you did enjoy this video, don't forget to like and subscribe. Join the Discord server, there's a link in the description down below. Follow me on Twitch, where you can see us build random things and just gather a lot of materials on you and prep for episodes. And I'll see you all later. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.